Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, sir again. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. First and foremost, condolences. Rest easy, my brother. Yesterday, as of this recording yesterday, got some news about former teammate, friend, brother, mentor, to be honest with you. There's so many things that could be said, so many positive things that could be said about unfortunately, the late Akeem Hebron. I have a ton of stories, ton of things that I'm gonna, later on when I get myself together, I'll probably do a whole hour-long episode about his influence and everything he was about and everything that I was able to learn. Sorry if I'm forgetting. Everything I was able to learn, just by being a year underneath him, and that year I spent on his team. I spent about a year and a half because they moved me up. So, again, I won't even start that right now because I'm afraid I'm gonna get too emotional on this. And at the moment, these Move Swiftly thoughts are to be kept, I try to keep them under, if possible, I try to keep them under 10 minutes, and there's no way I could bring up or even start talking about the things that I've learned from Akeem and keeping that under 10 minutes. So just stay tuned for a full episode on what the great, the legendary Akeem Hebron meant, not only to my life, but the entire Good Counsel community, to my family, to everything that it meant, everything it meant to be a linebacker in Montgomery County, not Good Counsel, just everything it meant to be a linebacker in the great state of Maryland, the DMV area. He put the whole area on the map, all right? So, like I said, we'll dive into more of that later. Today's actual Move Swiftly thought is the fact that if you watched my video yesterday, you heard me talk about how I only did 8 miles because I didn't stretch. I didn't do my normal foam rolls. I got lazy the night before, and the next day, I came out slacking. Well, today, my friend, yesterday I made sure I got back in the gym, made sure I got on that foam roller, made sure I hit my band stretch, made sure I put a lot of electrolytes, in my system, ton of coconut water, made sure I fueled up. And guess what? Today, back on it, knocked out my 12 miles, all right? And that's what it's all about. It's about making sure you're doing what you got to do to show improvement for yourself. Yesterday, we had a staff meeting at the center I'm a teacher at. And, we were talking about what's going to be changing this year, what's going to be new when it comes to the kids, and how we're going to serve the kids, serve the young kids of Palm Beach better. And one of the things that Mr. Jerry was talking about was he doesn't want competitive sports. He's someone who doesn't have a sports background, doesn't know anything about sports. So one of the reasons I was hired is because he needs someone to balance that out. And, if it's going to attract kids, if you're going to do sports in a positive way, he wanted someone like me on the staff. So what we got to was making sure that if we're going to do competitive sports, if we're going to do anything, competitively, especially at that level, that K through 4 level, we make sure that the kids are learning how to compete with themselves. Repeat, compete with yourselves. We're not talking about competition. This has nothing to do between you and another individual. Competition has everything to do between you and you. And that's what between yesterday's run and today's run was all about. Yesterday, 8 miles, struggled to get to 8 miles because of a mistake I made not stretching properly the night before. Today, I stretched properly the night before, and I exceeded. I got my miles up, and I made up for what I lost yesterday. And that is the mindset that I'm hoping to, that is the mindset that I'm teaching when it comes to the way the whole Move Swiftly framework and the Move Swiftly principle is all about, all right? For more on this, like I said, stay tuned. There'll be a lot more on what I'm talking about, especially if we're discussing Akeem and competition and what I learned all about competition and things like that. There'll be a ton of more on this. Main website to stay plugged into is makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.